Wall Street stocks dropped on Monday as markets digested recent gains at the start of a week heavy on economic news, including a Federal Reserve policy meeting. Key events this week include the October U.S. jobs report, the expected announcement by President Donald Trump of the next head of the Fed, and earnings from Apple and other large companies. Analysts attributed the weakness on Monday primarily to buyers' fatigue after a slew of stock market records over the last month. Investors also were cautious after the first indictments connected to the investigation into Russia's connections to Trump's presidential campaign, although the cases do not directly connect to Trump himself. The probe is seen as a potential threat to tax cuts that have helped propel the market higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.4% to close the session at 23,348.74. The broad-based S&P 500 sank 0.3% to 2,572.83, while the tech-rich Nasdaq Composite Index declined less than 0.1% to 6,698.96. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 finished at all-time highs on Friday. Source Fin24 top pick for Tuesday: MGM Resorts International NYSE MGM Resorts International NYSE MGM has grabbed attention from the analysts when it experienced a change of 2.18% in the last trading session to close at $30.57. A total of 4,594,299 shares exchanged hands during the intraday trade, contrast with its average trading volume of 8.28 shares, while its relative vol stands at 0.55. Relative volume is the comparison of current volume to average volume for the same time of day, and it's displayed as a ratio. If RVOL is less than 1, it is not in play on this trading day and investors may decide not to trade it. If RVOL is above 2, it is in play, and this is more evidence investors ought to be in the name. When stocks are very in play, one can see a RVOL of 5 and above. The higher the RVOL, the more in play the stock is. Day traders strive to make money by exploiting minute price movements in individual assets, usually stocks, though currencies, futures, and options are traded as well, usually leveraging large amounts of capital to do so. Therefore, they trade on stocks in play. In-play stocks are volatile enough to produce good risk and reward trading opportunities for both bull and bear traders intraday. Most company stocks have very little volatility. They generally move extremely slowly and they only produce big price swings when the company produces good or bad trading results, which may only happen a couple of times a year at best. In deciding what to focus on in a stock, say, a typical day trader looks for 3 things: liquidity, volatility, and trading volume. Liquidity allows an investor to enter and exit a stock at a good price, i.e. tight spreads, or the difference between the bid and ask price of a stock, and low slippage, or the difference between the predictable price of a trade and the actual price. If a stock does not have good liquidity, then it may take some time before a broker is able to negotiate a deal to buy or sell a stock, and the broker may not be able to get the seller by price that the trader is looking for. This is a problem for day traders, and it could mean the difference between a profitable and non-profitable trade. Traders have different rules for what constitutes liquidity, and a good guide is the volume of trades and volume of shares that are traded each day. 100,000 shares traded per day would be a minimum for most traders, and some require 1 million. Trading volume is a gauge of how many times a stock is bought and sold in a given time period, most commonly within a day of trading, known as the average daily trading volume, ADTV. A high degree of volume indicates a lot of interest in a stock. Often, a boost in the volume of a stock is a harbinger of a price jump, either up or down. Volatility is simply a measure of the predictable daily price range, the range in which a day trader operates. More volatility means greater profit or loss. After a recent check, MGM Resorts International NYSE MGM stock is found to be 1.88% volatile for the week, while 2.00% volatility is recorded for the month. Technical snapshot: the stock has a market cap of $17.35 billion, and the number of outstanding shares has been calculated 567.46 m, based on a recent bid. Its distance from 20 days simple moving average is 0.31%, and its distance from 50 days simple moving average is 3.52%, while it has a distance of 0.69% from the 200 days simple moving average. The company's distance from 52-week high price is 11.77%, and the current price is 21.55% away from 52-week low price. The company has relative strength index RSI 14 of 43.78 together with average true range ATR 14 of 0.62. Stock's valuation past 5 years growth of MGM observed at 19.10%, and for the next 5 years the analysts that follow this company is expecting its growth at 7.90%. The stock's price-to-sales ratio for trailing 12 months is 1.68 and price-to-book ratio for the most recent quarter is 2.70, whereas price-to-cash per share for the most recent quarter are 9.87. Its quick ratio for the most recent quarter is 0.90. Analysts' mean recommendation for the stock is 2.00. This number is based on a 1 to 5 scale where 1 indicates a strong buy recommendation while 5 represents a strong sell. Disclaimer: any news, report, research, and analysis published on alphabetastock.com are only for information purposes. Alpha Beta Stock Abs makes sure to keep the information up to date and correct, but we didn't suggest or recommend buying or selling of any financial instrument unless that information is subsequently confirmed on your own. Information in this release is fact-checked and produced by competent editors of Alpha Beta Stock. However, human error can exist.